Your daughter is fixing to be without a mother. She is fixing to go through graduation, hating you. She's going to go through getting married.
I was in my bed.
You're not going to see grandchildren for the rest of your life.
I'm not going nowhere. Y'all gotta get it in out there, for God's sake.
I know.
Because I haven't done nothing.
This is Angela Wilty, a woman whose marriage was unraveling long before police ever showed up at her door. On March 23, 2018, in Olive Branch, Mississippi, officers responded to reports of a man shot in the street outside a quiet residential home. When they arrived, they found 50-year-old John Wilty lying near his driveway, dead from multiple gunshot wounds. Inside the house, detectives spoke with Angela, John's wife. She told officers she had been asleep and knew nothing about what happened outside.
I was in my bedroom.
But almost immediately, investigators noticed something felt off. Her reactions were flat. Her timeline was vague. And details about her relationship with John didn't line up with what friends, family, and co-workers would later describe. As detectives dug deeper, they uncovered a marriage filled with conflict, accusations of infidelity, explosive arguments, and escalating tension that had been building for years. Messages, phone calls,
I'm not screwing around on my husband.
Your text messages say differently.
And witness accounts began to paint a picture far more complicated than a random shooting. The focus of the investigation slowly shifted, away from the street and toward the people closest to John. What you're about to see is the interrogation, where Angela Wilty is confronted with what investigators uncovered, and where small inconsistencies begin to carry heavy weight. It's an interrogation about trust, manipulation, and what happens when the story someone tells doesn't match the evidence left behind.
Now, this is just standard procedure. I'm going to have to read your Miranda rights because I'm going to be asking you questions and stuff like that, okay? You're not under arrest or anything like that, okay? This is your Miranda form. It says you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. Have one present during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questions, or if you wish. If you want to answer questions now, a lawyer to stop at any time until you talk to a lawyer. I have read and understand. I understand what I'm doing. No promises, threats, coercion of any kind has been made towards me. I'll get you to initial in these 5 blanks here, and then if you want to talk to me, you'll just initial here, print your name, and sign there, okay? And like I said, you're not under arrest. This is a process of elimination. I mean, you're in bed, you know.
Okay, so just initial all these.
Yeah, then I read those to you, and you understand them.
So you know what Xanaxes do to a person?
Mm-hmm.
It puts them like...
Yes, ma'am. And right here.
You told me this one, it says I want to remain silent.
Okay.
I don't want to...
And if I do not want the help of a lawyer.
Am I going to need an attorney?
You're not under arrest.
Well, I know.
We're just taking a statement from you because you're the wife.
Okay.
Okay, so this one here says, I do not want the help of a lawyer at this time, and I'm willing to make statements, so you just put your initials if that's what you want to do. And then print your name there. And it's 9:07. And today's the 23rd, March 23rd. Okay. So, what time did your husband get home yesterday?
I'll tell you. He said he had to stay over. Just now leaving. 3:57. So he left work at 3:57
PM?
Yeah, he told me I had to stay over, and I'm just now leaving at 3:57 yesterday.
Okay.
I know he texted his daughter after he got home wanting to know where she was, because I had to pick her up from school yesterday after dance practice.
So what time do you think you got home?
It takes about 35 minutes, so around 4:30, I guess. Because I wasn't there, I was still at work.
Was he the only one home at that time?
Uh-huh. And then I picked my daughter up from school. No. What was yesterday?
Thursday. Mm-hmm.
Thursday, yeah, because I worked yesterday. We had appliances delivered over there. And I picked up my daughter from school at, when did I pick her up yesterday? I know Wednesday she got picked up at 6. Yesterday was tryout, so it was like 4:30, I guess. No, wait, what? Oh my God, that's why I needed my book. I write down everything. I picked her up from school yesterday. I do know it was after 4.
Do you have a text message from her saying, "Hey, Mom," or anything like that?
Okay, at 5:08, she texted me and said she was done. So I'll take that back, because I worked yesterday. I told her I was on my way back to Olive Branch, so Dad went and picked her up. I said I headed to school unless you call your dad because he's already home. That was at 5:19. So Dad went and picked her up yesterday, and I met them at the house.
Did y'all drive in all at the same time?
No, I actually got to the house right before them. And then me and her went to Walmart, because she comes in there and she's like, "Mom, Dad wouldn't take me to Walmart." She gets aggravated. She's this spoiled child. She's like, gotta have everything. So I had to take her to Walmart to get some stuff for a project.
Okay.
And when we got back from Walmart, he was in the bathroom getting ready to take his shower. And when he got out of the shower, he asked me if I picked him up any drinks or anything for work. And I said no, that I didn't, because he does a lot of the grocery shopping, because I work a lot. He works a lot, but he likes to shop, where I hate to shop. So he left and went to Walmart and bought some drinks, and he texted me a few times asking me if I needed anything.
What time did he go to Walmart?
By early morning, investigators had more than just a body. They had a vehicle that told part of the story. When officers arrived at the end of the driveway, John Wilty's truck was parked outside his home with the door open, and his keys were found nearby. Multiple bullet holes were found in that truck, including a shell casing near the driver's door, a sign that the attack may have begun as he attempted to leave for work. Officers used this detail to start reconstructing the scene. Whether he was surprised in his own driveway, backed away from the shooter, or chased towards safety. Every piece of metal and glass spoke louder than the initial explanations given by the people closest to him.
Jim, it wasn't last night, it was Wednesday night, he went to Walmart. Oh my God. Because Wednesday he went to Walmart. Yesterday was Thursday. Looks really good, thank you. What time is Kate coming home? That was at 4:31.
Yesterday?
Yeah, 4:31, he asked me what time was Kate coming home. He said he texted her and no answer. I said she's at dance practice. So, dang, did he pick her up yesterday? Yeah. He had to, because she told me he wouldn't take her to Walmart. And
I went to Walmart last night.
Me and her went to Walmart and got a few things that she needed for her project. Had to get the poster board. So it was Wednesday night, he went to Walmart and got drinks. Last night he just took a shower and laid down. He was tired. So he didn't go anywhere last night after he got home from work. Because I know at 7:30 he was laying down. He went to AutoZone. That's where he went last night. Because I had the guy that I work for out of Florida, he's in town. And he came over and him and John took a ride to check out the truck. Because we've been having some issues with the front end of the truck.
The Nissan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we've spent like $800 or $900 in wheel bearings and control arms and all that. So we got into it, and I told him, I was like, John, why do you want to keep spending money? Have somebody look at the truck. Because him and I can't work on a vehicle together. I know a lot about vehicles, but he knows more. Love the man to death. So I told him, I was like, hon, why don't you either take it to the shop, pay $75 to let them look at it, or have somebody to look at it and give you an idea of what's going on, instead of just replacing and keep replacing stuff that doesn't really need to be replaced. He was like, well, I don't know anybody. The guy that was supposed to come and help me never showed up.
So what's your boss from Florida's name?
Everybody calls him Shavi, but his name is Nisim, N-I-S-I-M.
N-I-S-I-M.
Benavi.
Spell that again.
B-E-N. It's a capital A-V-I. And,
do you have his phone number in your phone?
It's 631.
And where does he stay when he comes in town?
He has an RV, so he stays out off of Walnut Grove. at the agricultural park over there. But he came over and he's the one helping move my bed, getting the doors to where they'll open and all that. And I was like, well, John, look, Shavi's here. Why don't y'all take a ride in the truck, let him drive it, and, because when we're not working on houses, he's in Florida working on cars.
Mhm.
They got a shop over there. And I was like, maybe he can help you figure out what's wrong with it. So they drove, they took, I don't know where they went, they took a ride, come back. And I was like, well, what'd you come up with? And John's like, I'm not sure if it was a control arm or what, that he hadn't changed. So he goes to AutoZone. And I don't know if the parts are in the truck or what, but he supposedly went and got the parts. And I asked him, I was like, well, are you going to fix it? He says, no, I'm tired. I've been at work since 4 this morning or something. Because he got call-outs.
Right.
Sometimes he'll leave the house at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
What does he do there?
He's the maintenance man. If a pump or agitator belt or auger, anything goes out, they call him in. He's like one of their top guys there. He's been out there for, I don't want to say something like 20, 30, 24 years. His base income, this will tell you how much he gets called out. His base income is around $55 a year. Last year, he made $108. So he gets called out a lot.
Right.
His normal 40-hour paycheck bring home would be like $6.
That's good.
But with all the call outs, it's like $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 a week. And he fusses at me because I work a lot. But I like to save money because you never know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
That's the way I've always been taught.
And is your car paid for?
Yes.
What about his truck?
No. We just got that truck.
Where did he buy it at? It's like it's not brand new, right?
It's a piece of crap. We bought that truck and I told him after a month, honey, I think we messed up. Because it's been nothing but problems. I even tried to get them to take it back and give me my car I traded in.
So yesterday when you got home at about whatever time
He picked Kate up. This is gonna bother me.
Do you have a text from Kate?
I'm gonna ask her. Who picked you up from school yesterday, baby? Dad picked you up. Alright, and did y'all come straight home after that? Okay, and then after you got home, that's when me and you went to Walmart. Okay. Okay, baby. Alright, I'll call you back soon. I love you. Bye, baby. Yeah, I picked her up.
Alright. So,
And now I took her to Walmart to get her stuff for her project.
okay. And did you and him argue at any point yesterday? Were y'all arguing, fussing?
We have arguments like every other normal couple.
Mhm.
Because we work a lot. We have a lot of debt over our head. We're just now getting to where we can see above water.
Mhm.
And he like I said, he likes to shop. But he likes to do his own thing too.
Right.
So yeah, we had one of our normal arguments
And what was that
over
about?
money.
Financial argument?
Yeah. Because he wants a car. He don't like the truck. And we can't get another car. Because when his other car got stolen, before he came back to me, his car got stolen. And we had to get that one paid off.
Insurance didn't pay for it?
At the scene, detectives didn't just see a body. They saw the aftermath of a violent struggle. John Wilty was found lying in the street with multiple gunshot wounds, and his body was surrounded by shell casings from the same weapon that had struck him. Investigators noted that whatever had happened, he didn't just fall. He appeared to have tried to crawl toward help before he died, a detail that suggested he had been caught off guard. The patterns of blood and bullet evidence told a more complex story than simple robbery or random violence, pushing detectives to question whether someone he knew was involved, not a stranger on the street.
He just had it. He got it like that December. He made the down payment in December because he had totaled his previous truck. So when he got back on the truck, he put money down on the car. And being said, we went through that. We just got it paid off. I just mailed in the last payment a week ago because they told him he couldn't buy another car until that one was paid for, because you can't have but 2 vehicles with a loan on it. And at the time I had a Hyundai with the loan, and then we traded it in for our truck, and then we still had the loan on the car.
And you met Dia that one time?
No, I met her many times after that one time I met her. She seemed like a real nice girl, but she was a drug head. She was on methadone. He was paying like $100 a week for a methadone clinic for her to go get methadone. She was buying heroin. They were screwing up. They went through $40,000 in 6 months.
So do you think he was doing heroin?
I know he was doing ecstasy with her. He told me that. But I don't know that he ever tried the heroin, because John's not he's not a drug head. I know lately he's kind of been on the edge.
What do you mean on the edge?
Everything, he's kind of snappy about it, but I try to tell him that's what pain pills do to you. I was on pain pills for many years, for all the pain, until they came up and said, okay, you got rheumatoid arthritis. They were just feeding me pain pills. They'd give me $120 a month, and I'd take one a day, and I just stack them up. But he got bad on pain pills, to where when the doctor just said, okay, we're not giving you any more, he laid on our couch for 3 days sweating. And I told him, I said, baby, you're going through DTs. You're just going to have to suffer this out. Because if he had a headache, I think a lot of it at the end was like, if he had a headache, he'd pop a pain pill. If he got up in the mornings and his body was stiff, he'd pop a pain pill.
So where did he get all these pain pills?
Recently, he went back to the doctor. His back doctor gives him like 30.
Okay.
I know he has brought pain pills home from work.
Do you think he's buying them from work, or?
I don't think that he's buying them. I think the guy gives them to him, because John is like, okay, well, he feels, well, if you're hurting, here's your, you can try one of these. He's super nice person. I know, and I keep telling him, you can't give people your pills. That's illegal. That would be like me giving you my pill. I can't do it. Even though you're my husband, I can't give you my pain pills. I'm sorry. I'll fight over that. I can't give you that kind of medicine. Go to the doctor. But he would bring these pain pills home, and he'd show them to me, and he'd be like, well, I don't remember what they are. So I'd pull them up, the numbers, and I'd tell him, oh, well, that's a tramadol. It's more of a muscle relaxer than a pain pill, but it does have something in it for pain. And I told him, I was like, you don't really need to be taking this kind of stuff. You're on probation. You do a drug test, and you have it in your system, and you don't have a prescription for it, you're going to jail. And I have done everything I can to protect you from all that. He wouldn't take his depression meds, he wouldn't take his high blood pressure meds, but he'd take a pain pill. And I know he hurt, because he's got, like, some disc problems in his lower back, where he was having injections done. I know he's got back problems.
So, Dia has been out of the picture.
As far as I know.
When was the last time that you know of, he had contact with her?
He told me a couple weeks ago, she called him at work. And that's because I know he's got a cell phone, but he's not going to use the cell phone. He's not going to use it to do what he wants to do. He's got a work phone. He's got an office to himself. You know, I even bought him this nice reclining chair. It's an office chair, but it lays back to where he can take naps at work. It's got this little footstool thing that comes out right here to prop your feet up. Bought him that because that's his second home. I don't know if I told you earlier, he worked like 23, 24, 25 hours last weekend.
All weekend.
Yeah.
So, Dia called him at work, and what did she want?
He didn't really tell me. He just told me that she called and wanted to talk, and I was like, well, what did you talk to her about? He said nothing, I had to go. He never really told me, because I know he was on a $50,000 bond for her, and she ended up going to jail. And he told me the day that she went to jail. And I was like, well, John, if you hadn't been talking to her, how do you know she went to jail? He can't answer all that. I can't say that he hadn't been seeing her or somebody. He says he hadn't been.
Did y'all fight about her last night?
I've been leaving that alone. I don't accuse him of going out and doing nothing. He just tells me all the time, I'm being faithful, I'm not cheating, I don't drink no more, I don't want that life, I want us to work out. And the only thing I can tell him is quit bitching about money.
So he brings up the financial part?
Yeah, 'cause he likes to shop. And when he goes to Walmart and spends $200 or $300 on junk that we can't really cook, then I get mad. I'm like, your daughter's got to eat healthy. You know, if you want to eat cakes and junk food at work, do it. But I got to cook. I got to keep her healthy. She's in dance. Quit buying all the junk food. We don't need it.
So you don't eat junk food? Do you take any pills other than what's prescribed to you?
No.
Okay.
No.
And all those pills you said you got, you stockpiled them, what'd you do with them?
I turn them in, drugstore. They get rid of them for me.
Okay.
But that's been years ago.
So you hadn't had any since?
No. The last Lortab that I took from my doctor was like a week ago. I took one, and then the only thing I have now is like ibuprofen 800 milligram. I take Adderall, alprazolam, and then since the car accident, they put me on a couple of muscle relaxers, which I don't take every day because they're like, okay, well, if you take this, you can't drive for 6 hours. And I'm like, well, there's the only place I'm ever sitting for more than 6 hours would be overnight in my house. I'm actually working on trying to just get completely off of all the meds because anything that goes in goes straight to my kidneys and my liver, and I'm not trying to hurt myself.
So what pills do you take? The alprazolam,
Adderall.
Adderall.
Take Adderall, alprazolam, ibuprofen as needed. I have a depression pill that I take.
What's the name of it?
Starts with a C. I used to have all my medicines in here. Alexa. And I don't take Linda no more.
So you take depression medicine, why?
Because I'm always depressed.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm depressed. They tell me I'm depressed because I don't associate with nobody. But that's just
You don't have any
choice.
friends at all?
Mhm.
Your work boss, the one from Florida,
He's my friend.
so y'all all get along, you, your husband, and him, y'all hang out or whatever?
My husband tells him all the time, thanks for teaching me the things that I know.
You hadn't had any type of relationship with that man?
No.
Okay.
No.
I have to ask these questions, you know, I want you to feel like
I have a hysterectomy, so sex is like out there now. I don't even care for it. That's one of my husband's issues with me, because I can go months and months and months without it, and then maybe once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But since the hysterectomy, I don't feel the same.
Do you take estrogen replacements, anything like that? Do y'all fight about sex?
Hmm.
No.
He'll say something once in a while about, I wish my wife was more affectionate. But how can you be affectionate if you're out there hanging sheetrock and you're working your butt off all day and you want to come home and just relax? You know?
So, Dia, let's go back to Dia. What type of people does Dia hang out with? Do you know?
Drug head.
And Dia knew.
At least somebody that stole his car.
You think she had that car stolen, or you think?
I feel deep inside that she did, because him and her were fighting for weeks. He would call me from his work and tell me about, well, she's getting later and later picking me up. One night I thought I was going to have to get him from work and take him home. Because, you know, once they do the needle, they're like out for a while.
Right.
But I told him, it's like, look, you can come back here, stay in the master room, I'll sleep in another room, I don't care. Just please, you're too good of a person to deal with that.
And you don't think he was doing drugs?
I don't feel like he was, because John cares a lot about his job. He cares a lot about himself too. Like I said, I think the only thing John did was pain pills. At one point, he was on somas, and that's been a few years back. He was taking somas like they were candy. He was buying those.
So he buys a lot of pills off the street.
Well, I can't say he does or he don't. I can just say that the man's never broke. He'll go to the bank and he'll get him $200 out of the bank, and I'm like, well, what do you need $200 for? I don't even walk around with $200. And I buy materials for work, and, you know, I'm constantly buying stuff for work, and I don't even walk around with that kind of money. So he'll get like, once in a while, he'll go and get him $400 out of the bank. But then a week later, I'm like, you get any money? Can I get $10? Oh, I'm broke. But you just got $200, or you just got $400. So why are you broke?
Do y'all have a joint checking account? Does he
Everything's joint.
I mean, when he moved out, did he have a separate account you didn't know about, or?
He had an account. I've always had access to his account because I know all of his information. So I was always able to look at his account. I just never told him I looked at it. I seen where they were shopping every Thursday. They were spending $300, $400, $500 at clothing stores for this girl, and I'm like, he's never done that for me. But I didn't say nothing, and that was his life. And, you know, the lights on his apartment was in my name. We've always been pretty close friends, even when we split up.
Would you say you were real jealous of Dia?
I wasn't jealous of her, no.
Okay. Would you say she was jealous of you?
Oh, yeah. She kept telling him all the time she wanted what I had. She had him, but she wanted a house. She wanted a car. But she wrecked his car a couple times. And I don't know what she was on, but I know she was on drugs. He told me many times that he bought her heroin. He gave her money for heroin. And he found her in the bathroom one night, lips all blue and everything. And I'm like, why would you want to put yourself through that? He's like, well, I thought I could help her.
So John, even after he moved home, he was taking $200 or $300 out of the bank account? When was the last time he took a large amount out?
Last week. Thursday. Because my daughter went and asked him for $20. Because she come and asked me for money first. She won't ask him for money. But, I told her, I was like, baby, I don't have none. I had like $3 on me or something. I was like, go ask your dad. He just got some money out of the bank the other day, or yesterday or something. And, so she went and asked him for money, and he told her he was broke. $200 on the 10th.
And you said he had a pistol?
His friend has his. His is broken.
What kind of gun did he have?
I'm not sure if it was a 9 or a 45. I know, I don't know a lot about guns. Like I said, the one y'all have of mine, I went to Arkansas after we got it, and we shot it down on my cousin's place where they hunt.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I ever even shot the gun. And then I took my son to the gun range before he went to the Army, and I let him shoot it. But as far as me shooting the gun, I think I've shot it twice over in Arkansas.
So
I'm real nervous with them anyway, 'cause
Yeah.
it's got too much kick for me.
So John's gun, what friend of his has it?
Terry Rutherford. You want his phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
I have it.
Where's Terry live?
Her name down. One Lake. It's out off of 301 Caroline Road.
Probably the county.
It's, see if it'll pop up here. I know it's in my phone, so. Oh, I swear it won't show up in my.
That's fine, we'll get it later.
Well, it shows up on my text when I type it in to text him.
So, how do you know Terry?
He's just been John's friend for many years. It's 901.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's been John's friend for a long time. When me and John first got together, I was 19 years old. About 3 months after we got together, I found out I was pregnant.
Oh, really?
So, the first year we were together, we had a kid. The end of that year. But, he's been friends with Terry pretty much ever since he's been out of PMC.
Does Terry work at PM? Okay.
He's in the maintenance department. He's got another friend out there called me this morning, was asking about him, if he was going to show up. His name is Franco Davis. You know his number too.
Why did he call you?
Well, because John always comes in at no later than 5 o'clock in the mornings to do like scheduling, get all the maintenance men. He's the lead guy. And he'll always he goes in and does all of his paperwork, getting everything sorted out for the work that day. And Franco was calling and asking about him this morning.
What time did Franco call you?
At 7:06 this morning.
And were you outside in the garage when he called?
No, I was actually I was in my bedroom. I had an officer right there beside me.
Okay. And what did he ask you?
Was John coming to work today? And I was like, no. I didn't want to go into no details on what happened. And he was like, is John okay? No. What's going on? And I was like, I can't talk about it right now. Is he going to be back to work tomorrow? And I felt at that point I was under 20 questions. And I told him, I was like, Franco, look, John had some type of altercation this morning before he left work with somebody. I don't know what happened. It's just in the beginning of it, but John got shot. He said, where is he at? Is he going to be okay? And I was like, I don't think so. But I'll call you as soon as I know something. And the next thing I heard was, I gotta go. He hung up. But anybody out there at work can tell you, John's like, he's super nice. I can't see him having an altercation with somebody like this. Unless he's doing something else that I don't know about.
Like, what do you mean?
Messing around with Dia and her group. I don't know. I know there's a lot of times he tells me he's working late, but he's told me in the past he was going to work late too, and he wasn't. I just take it with a grain of salt now. I don't go looking for him, and I don't check up on him. I just believe what he tells me now. Okay, you're working late. I got to go get Kate at school at such and such time, or I got to go to physical therapy at such and such time. You know, I have to go to physical therapy because of my car accident.
Does John have life insurance at work?
I believe so.
Do you know how much the policy is?
I don't. He never brings check stubs home or anything. Since I went to that new system, in order, you know, every once in a while, like he just made a loan over at Tower Loan right before Christmas, and he brought check stubs home then, and then he had to show a check stub to the court, so.
So you only had He has direct deposit,
Mhm.
so he probably doesn't get a check stub. He has to go online or something.
Yeah, he can print them out at work. He used to have it set up on my phone, but every 30, 60 days or something, he's got to change his password.
Mhm.
So I don't even mess with it. I deleted it. I try not to it's too much to keep up with.
Right.
I keep up with the bills, the kids, the groceries, the cooking. That's just too much.
And you have a son. What's your son's name?
I got two sons. Dylan Casey is the one in the Army.
And he's 18, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the other one?
Bradley Casey.
Where's he live?
He lives with his dad in Atoka.
And do they get along with John good?
This one here, John, the Army one, John talks real good about him. He,
Hang on a minute. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we are. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Sorry. So, you were saying Dylan what?
John always talked really good about Dylan.
Mhm.
Dylan's always been our, how do you say it, the responsible child.
Mm-hmm.
The one that always got up and helped with the other kids, and he's always been the one that had his head on his shoulders as a child. And yeah, him and Dylan got along good. Bradley, John always downed him, told him he was just like his dad.
So Bradley didn't like him very much?
Bradley liked him. Bradley loved him as a stepdad. Bradley never talked bad about him. The only time Bradley ever talked negative towards John is when John and I would fight. But Bradley always, Mom hates more of my dad than my dad is. You know, he was always there. So the kids, they cared a lot for John. And I think when John looked at Bradley, he seen Bradley's daddy, because he looks so much like Bradley. He looks so much like his dad, but I don't think he had anything against the kids, other than the fact that Bradley's lazy.
Yeah. And you said you went to bed what time last night?
It was about 10:30 or 11, because I told my daughter to take her shower. She had a friend over last night. Right.
What time did your friend leave?
About 8:37. Maybe a little bit after 9, because they were doing their project for school. And after she left, I told Kate, I said, Kate, you need to get in the shower, baby. You need to get your shower done. You know, it was 10:30, like 10:36 on the clock, and Kate was still in the bathroom, and I hollered at her and told her it was after 10:30. She needed to get into bed.
Okay. And what kind of gun do you have?
It's a 9mm Ruger. It's loaded.
Is it the LC9?
I have my box to it. I left it on my bed, but I have my box, but I can't find my receipt.
That's fine. Where'd you buy it?
Sports Authority. It's in South Haven, the sporting goods.
Sportsman's Warehouse?
I think so.
The big,
Yeah, you know, if you go in and you buy a gun, they don't let you go out the front door. They always take you out the front, but it's through the office part.
through the office area and out the
So
he's gonna,
Let me borrow your cell phone if you don't mind. I'm gonna do a cell phone dump of it.
Do you need to get a consent form?
Either consent or I can do search
Let
warrant,
me
either one.
Can I text my daughter real quick
Sure.
and let her know not to?
That's fine, it won't bother anything, it'll all be on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it won't bother anything.
No. Is there a passcode or anything?
It shouldn't lock. Here, I'll take it off though. Connections, sounds, notifications.
Lock screen.
Oh, where was that?
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Screen laptop.
Look at you.
I have to do this all day.
Do you have any objections to him?
I feel like I'm being accused here now. But
This is a process of elimination. You know, when a spouse, something happens to a spouse, you have to eliminate the other spouse. And I think we've been talking and trying to get a background here. I don't think anything's been said that would make you feel like you were.
Double check, make sure it ain't gone.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. I'll come back with a consent form right quick.
Sorry, I just.
Does your husband talk to the guy who worked in Florida? Do they have like a talking friendship? Do they call each other and talk?
No, they don't talk to each other on the phone.
They text or anything like that?
No, they don't. No.
Does your husband text anybody? Just you, other than you and...
No, he texts his kids, Franco, Terry, a lot of dirty pictures to the guys at work, men stuff. But no, me and my husband don't have a horrible relationship. Have normal family issues.
Because I've been doing this a long time, okay? I got 20 years just at this.
I'm scared to death right here. I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't never been in the jailhouse like this.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I was geared towards thinking you shot him, okay? And then I looked at the crime scene, and I walked it, and I looked at it. That man was running for his life. Somebody was after that man. He ran 4 houses from your house. And he was scared for his life.
I don't know who else he...
Do you remember seeing the towel on the ground?
I've seen that.
Is that y'all's towel?
I don't remember ever having a towel. I don't know.
Have towels that color?
I don't think so.
So you don't know where that towel came from? Did he have one in the truck that he sat on? Did he have one in the back seat?
I don't know. I never get in the truck. My daughter drives the truck when she's with her dad.
So basically you and your husband exist in a house together and y'all pretty much have separate lives. That's what I'm hearing from you.
We don't really have separate lives, but, you know, we both get up, we go to work. He leaves early as crap, so he's tired when he comes home. And he's in the bed earlier than me. Because I'm not going to go to bed and go to sleep until I know my daughter's in bed. That's my main focus, is my kid.
So when he gets up to go to work in the morning time, does he take a shower?
Mm-mm.
He doesn't take a shower to go to work?
Mm-mm. He takes a shower as soon as he gets home at night. He comes in, he goes to the bathroom, and he's back there about an hour in the bathroom. He watches Netflix on his phone, so he'll have like a little speaker and his Netflix sitting up on the little shelf beside the toilet, and he'll watch that and sit on the toilet, and then he takes a shower. Sometimes he'll come in the kitchen and cook. Sometimes I help. Depends on what he's cooking. A couple nights ago, he made something, spaghetti. What did we have the other night? He cooked something, and we ended up sitting down watching a movie in the living room. And Kate, she's like, I'm not watching this. Now teenagers are. So she goes to her room, and he asked me, he's like, do you want to go to the room and finish this? I was like, if you want to, but I know when we go to bed. And I know he just told me the other day he's ready for some time off. And I told him, I was like, John, I've been telling you, honey, you don't need to be working that much. I'm younger than you. I'm like 36. I can handle it better than you can. You're getting old.
So, this Kevin guy you work with, what's his name?
Kevin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
That's one I work with in Memphis. Real good Christian guy. See him about maybe, well, yesterday I didn't see him at all on the job. I went over, he told me what he wanted me to do. I took care of it, and I left the job, went home. Well, I went, yeah. But we remodel houses. He subcontracts it out.
And where's his office at?
I don't know. To be honest, I met the guy through my mom's ex-husband from years ago. He works for him, and he asked if he needs some extra hands. And at the time in January when I first started working for him, I needed a job. I got tired of sitting at home. So went to work on like January 13th, the day after my birthday, and I've missed several days since the car accident. But I do a lot of tile work for him, sheetrock, patching holes, landscaping.
Does Kevin own a lot of property up in Memphis area?
I don't know that he owns a lot as much as he goes out, gets the work, and then he gets us to do the work.
Does Kevin do drugs?
No, I wouldn't think.
Does your boss from Florida, does he do drugs?
I wouldn't think so.
And what does he drive?
Who?
Your boss from Florida.
Dodge Caliber.
So how does he pull his RV?
He pulled the car with the RV.
So it's a motorhome.
Yeah.
Okay. So he drives up here with the motorhome with the car attached to it. And how long does he stay here when he's here?
It depends on what he's got going. The house in Memphis on James Street we did, it took us a little over a month to complete the house, and then he left and went back to, he went to Florida. Then him and his wife went out to New York and back to Florida. He's here now because a guy from New York owns a duplex off of Park Avenue, and they're redoing the roof on it right now. So I told him I can't go back to work there until, I'm not getting on that roof. Tree fell there, and it just does not look safe. And I told him, I said, my husband and kid needs me at home every night, so I'm not getting on the roof. You're gonna have to hire that one out.
On these cell phones, when we dump them, they can get all the deleted information and all the current information, okay? So if there's something in that phone that would implicate you in anything, you need to let me know now, okay? Because this is the critical point right here, okay? So if you've been having an affair or anything like that, I need to know it.
I ain't been having no affair. I talk a lot of shit with people, but I ain't been having no affair.
Like, who you talk shit with?
Shit with everybody. But when it comes down to sleeping with somebody, that's my husband. If I'm gonna have sex with somebody, I'm gonna have sex with my husband.
So who do you talk shit with at work?
I don't work with people I talk shit with.
So who do you talk shit with?
Like my friend. I talk shit.
Your friend, what's her name?
I didn't really talk crap with him in a really long time though.
What's his name?
Rodney.
Rodney,
Lead. All I tell him, all I tell him is things like I miss you, things like that, because he's like my best friend.
What's his last name?
Lead.
L-E-A-T-H. Where's Rodney live?
Memphis.
And does Rodney do drugs?
No.
Who else do you talk to like that?
And the 3 people I talk to on my phone, anyway, besides my kids. And that's Rodney, my boss, Shelby. I talk to my dad, my stepdad, and Kevin Collins. I don't really talk on the phone much, so. I play games on my phone more than anything. That's what me and my husband, that was one of all the arguments. He says I'm always on the phone. And I'm not. I'm always on the phone playing games. And I like talking on the phone.
You said Kevin doesn't own a company?
No. Kevin owns the company.
What's the name?
Modeling. I got my phone. Everything's in my phone. For modeling. We're modeling something.
And Kevin, does he do drugs?
No, I don't know Kevin that well. Like I said, I just started working for him in January.
Mm-hmm.
I see him every Friday when he pays us, and I talk to him maybe once or twice during the week, and then other than that, I don't see Kevin a whole lot. He'll bring materials to the job. He may stay around for a little while and help out, but I don't talk to him a whole lot.
And there's no other weapons in that house?
Not that I'm aware of.
And I'm gonna pull the shell casing out of that door and send it to forensics and match it with your gun.
Okay.
You won't be able to get your gun back until that's all done with, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
So I have the box and all my paperwork on it. I just don't know where my receipt is.
That's fine. Where did your daughter go? Whose house did she go to?
Trisha Walker.
Where they live?
Down off the Center Hill Road.
Does she go to Center Hill?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that her friend that was at the house last night?
It was one of her friends from school.
But was she at y'all's house last night? And you said that towel didn't belong to you?
I don't think so. I can't say 100% though.
Do you not have like one certain color, or do you have multiple colors?
I've got some towels that I've been washing lately that I don't know that I've never seen them, but I do a lot of everybody's laundry.
Everybody, all three of y'all?
No, I do. Ours, I do my dad's, and I do my stepdad's, which they live in the same house. So I'll go and get their laundry once a week and do their laundry.
Your dad and your stepdad live together?
Weird. It's my name dad. My mom was with him. He's my dad. And the other guy, my mom was married to, like, 36, so years and years ago.
Where do they live?
In Memphis, on, Site Avenue.
Where?
Site Avenue.
Site Avenue? Do they do drugs?
No, my dad's full diabetic. He just got back home from the hospital. I call the other guy my stepdad because I don't really know how to refer to him other than my mom's ex-husband, which kind of sounds weird because my mom's ex-husband and my dad's living in the same house together. So, and I work with him. Theo and I both work together for Kevin and for Shabby.
Your stepdad and your dad?
Yeah, we all work together.
For Kevin.
And Shabby.
How did you meet Shabby?
Theo.
Who's Theo? Your
The
stepdad. And you've never had an affair with Shabby?
No.
But you've been to New York with him?
Me, yes. I've been to New York with him. I've been to Florida to his and his wife's house.
Was she there?
Yes.
Where do they live in Florida?
Hudson. No, I'm faithful to my husband when it comes to laying down with another man.
Do you think your husband was out buying drugs when he would take money out of the account?
I can't say that. He tells me he just likes to have money on him. I like to have a little bit of money on me too, but not $200, $300, $400 at a time.
And last night you never heard any gunshots or anything?
Can I go smoke while you get water?
Just a minute. I'll get somebody to go out with you. Okay. told you that phones, when we download them, we can get information that was deleted. So, I got a little more information, and I need you to be completely honest with me, okay? I know some things have been going on between you and John, and y'all hadn't been getting along.
We've been arguing a good bit, but to me, it's normal crap because we argue about everything.
Okay.
We're totally opposite, and no argument is worth all this, honest to God. Any argument him and I've ever had is worth this.
Well, by looking in your phone, there's some things in there that I think you're being deceptive about, okay, with me.
What?
Like, these people you talk shit to, like you said. Who have you been having an affair with?
I'm not having an affair.
Do you just leave these guys on and make them think you want to be with them?
I don't want to be with nobody but my husband.
The stuff that's in your phone leads me to believe that you have been having an affair. Okay? So, I need you to be completely honest with me. Because phones don't lie,
No, I know.
okay? Texting don't lie. It's there. It's in black and white. And the stuff that's in his phone, he's going to leave you.
I figured that's probably what we were coming to when we started back fighting over money. It's always fighting over money.
But you have, the money's not the issue right now. The issue is that your husband was shot 3 times. And he was scared for his life. He ran for his life. And you know more than what you're telling me. And you can't sit here and tell me you don't. You know more than what you're telling me.
I don't know anything as far as him getting hurt, because I would never want to see him get hurt. I've always been there to protect him.
Black and white don't lie. You hear me? Black and white don't lie. Phone calls, cell phone locations.
What's that mean?
It means I can ping anywhere in this town and they will tell me what cell phone was in that location. Okay?
And the location, like this morning?
Yeah.
When I was asleep?
Yeah. But you know who came over there.
I don't. I swear I don't.
You know I can pull all that off your phone. I've got it downloaded right now. Text messages, phone calls, conversations.
I know Shelby was supposed to come and wake me up this morning.
What time was Shelby supposed to come wake you up?
He was supposed to come over at 5:30 and wake me up.
Wake you up for what?
To go to work. Get up, get my daughter to
Why
school.
would he come over there and wake you up?
Because that's him. That's what he does sometimes.
You've been having an affair with him, hadn't
I
you?
swear I haven't. I've never slept with that man.
You've been leading him on?
Nope. We've talked. We've got a lot in common, but no. I'm not screwing around on my husband.
Your text messages say differently.
I know. It seems like we've had an affair. But
You have had an affair with that man.
I swear
That
I
man
haven't
came over
slept
this
with
morning and shot your husband, didn't he?
you. No. I swear I don't know that. You call him and get him in here, but I don't even know that he ever came out there. I swear to you,
If he
I
was
don't
supposed
know
to be
that.
there at 5 o'clock this morning,
I told him he could come over at 5:30 and ring my doorbell and wake me up.
why do you think your husband wanted to leave?
I don't know.
'Cause he found out you were having an affair.
So why hadn't he talked to me?
Why would he want to? He just wanted to leave. And your boyfriend shot him.
I don't know that.
You don't know that?
I swear I don't. I don't even know if Shelby owns a gun.
How long you been seeing Shelby?
I haven't been seeing Shelby. I've been working for Shelby. Shelby's the one came to my house last night and was working with my husband on the truck. But
Is this something you and him put together?
What?
You and Shelby, is this something you and him put together to get rid of your husband?
No. I would have never had someone to kill my husband. He is too good of a person for this. He could have had a better life. It's not worth killing somebody to be with somebody. It's not worth it. That's crazy.
Have you led Shelby to the point to where he thinks you were going to leave your husband to be with him?
Shelby knew me and my husband were arguing and had some problems. Shelby talked to me. He tried to guide me a little bit, but we've never slept together.
What was he guiding you to?
Telling me how, because I suck when it comes to words. I suck when it comes to trying to talk to somebody.
Well, by your text messages, you don't have a problem at all.
I don't have a problem talking
to other men.
Well, yeah.
Okay? You don't have a problem talking to other men. I mean, truth's truth, right?
Right.
It's in black and white. Can't lie about it. Did you walk outside and shoot your husband this morning?
I was in bed. I was actually laid in the bed beside my husband at 10:36 when my daughter was coming out of the bathroom.
I don't believe you. By reading your text messages, I don't believe you one bit. By reading your text messages, grand jury ain't gonna believe you either.
I've never hurt my husband.
You know who did?
Not like that.
You know who did?
I don't.
How long have you and Shelby been talking?
I've been working for Shelby since June.
So y'all been talking
On
since
and on.
June. You've been leading him on since June.
I hadn't been leaving him alone.
By your text messages, it's a different thing.
I hadn't led nobody on.
When you talk to a man like that, what do you think it does to him? Woman to woman. If I talk to a man like you talk to Chavez, or Chavez, whatever his name is, that man's going to think you want to be with him. Right?
He knows I don't.
But you don't talk like that to somebody. It puts them in a different frame of mind about you and them. And that's, you know who shot the man.
I don't.
Your daughter is not going to have a mother. Because when I take your phone and all your phone records and his phone and all his phone records and present them to the grand jury, your daughter will finish school and graduate and get married and have children without her mother. Because I'm going to put the hammer on you.
How do I do that?
You can sit here and think about it for a few minutes. and I'll be back in here. When you get ready to tell me the truth, I'll listen to you. But when I take you down there and present you to the grand jury, your daughter will finish school without you.
I can walk out now, right?
No,
I'm not under arrest.
you're not leaving.
Another shot my fucking husband. Lord Jesus, help me. Who did this? Who did this? Who did this? Lord Jesus, please help me. Who did this?
I don't mean to be mean to you, okay? We just gotta find out what's going on, okay? Because whoever shot him, he knew. Whoever shot him approached him at the car and shot him. He ran, screaming and yelling for help. He was shot twice in the chest and once in the head.
Oh my God.
And like I said, I don't want to be mean to you.
I would never in my life take my husband away from my daughter like that.
But would Chavez, would
I
he
don't
do that?
believe he would do that. I honestly, God, I don't believe he would do that.
I honestly, I know the man was scared to death. And the man, whoever,
He's scared of somebody had a gun pointed into me.
he ran. He ran through the yards, out in the road, back into the yards, and was shot again.
I would rather him leave me, us split up, than something like this happen to him.
This is a terrible, terrible, unfortunate event for you and your daughter and his children, because now they don't have a father. And by looking in your phone, honey, you're not innocent.
I may not be innocent from talking to guys, but I had nothing to do with my husband. I could not see somebody losing their life over no kind of argument. I couldn't take my husband away from his daughter like this. Me and this man is all that child has.
Have y'all just maybe fallen out of love, you and him? Maybe you didn't love him anymore, that way, that's what you were going to these other men for, how they talked to you or whatever? The things that they said to you? Even though if you wasn't sleeping with them.
None of it is worth this.
Remember how when you were a teenager, okay, you and John met, y'all talking, texting, whatever, back 16 years ago. I don't think texting was that prominent, but You remember the feelings that you had when somebody engaged you and made you feel like a new person? The text messages between, how do you say his name, Chavez? Shabby? Why do you call him that when his name is started?
When I first met him, that's what I was introduced, was Shabby.
Just Shabby. S-H-O-V.
S-H-A-B-I.
Because it seems, it seems like you and him text quite a bit. I mean, did he take it the wrong way, I wonder? Do you think he's capable of doing something like that?
I don't think so.
Anybody that you hang out with, do you think they're capable of doing something like that?
I wouldn't think so. I don't hang out with
Right.
a bad crowd. I get up, I go to work, take my daughter to school, and I go to work. I work all day and I come home.
When you're at work, do you flirt with those guys?
I work with Theo.
Which is your stepdad?
That's the only person I work with. I work with Shelby, and normally when I'm working with Shelby, Theo's with me, or my dad's with me.
Have you met Shelby outside of work without anybody else?
A couple of times, but
Were y'all in
nothing.
public? Were y'all?
Yeah, definitely public.
I mean, apparently things have gotten so bad that your husband texts several people about rooms for rent. He wanted to leave you.
Well, he got tired of me working all the time. He did tell me that. Because sometimes I work till 7 o'clock at night.
But it seems like to me y'all both worked a lot.
And that's what I kept trying to tell him. What is the difference in me working a lot when you're working the same? You're working a lot. You're working overnight. Or are you? I knew he was depressed, but no, I didn't know he was going to leave.
You can't think of anybody or anything.
I wish he would talk to me.
Have you talked to somebody before about not wanting John in your life again? Or wanted John dead, or wished he was dead?
No. I've never wished he was dead. I wouldn't take my kid's dad away from her like that. I know, I grew up not knowing who my father was.
Things happen in a heated moment. I understand that. It's happened to all of us before. If something happened in the heat of a moment, would you tell me?
Yeah. But I was asleep. You got my gun.
But I know John owns a .40 caliber
One gun.
that you know of.
True.
You only
He's not able to buy another gun.
you can buy a gun off the street any day. He works in Memphis, right? Works off of Jackson Avenue, right?
He's never told me about another gun.
Apparently, you keep things from him, and
Well,
he
I
keeps
keep
things
money
from
from him because he likes to blow money, but you said he had a what?
A .40 caliber.
A .40 caliber? And what does Terry have?
You said he had a .45.
I said he had a .45. It may be a .40. I don't know. That's why I said Terry has John's gun. The pin, some type of pin, I don't know what it was, that locks the gun because it has a key lock thing to it. It's gone. Couldn't find it. So
the gun's locked, and it can't be
you can't load it, you can't shoot it, you can't do nothing with it without that pin in it.
And why would he give it to Terry Rutherford?
Because when he got put on probation, they said no guns are allowed in the house.
But you brought yours there.
Because my car was outside that night.
But you knew that John couldn't be around a gun, so why would you keep that gun?
I thought about that too. But I work in Memphis, and that's why I keep it in my car.
What if somebody stole it out of your car? And it was used in a crime like this?
If somebody stole it, I'd have turned it in stolen.
They get stolen out of cars every day.
I don't think things completely there. But
And I wasn't trying to be graphic with you when I told you that whoever shot him walked right up on him and shot him. And then they chased him down and shot him in the head. This was not a crime of coincidence. This was somebody wanted John dead. Now your daughter has no father, and your daughter will not have a father to walk her down the aisle or see her graduate or see her grandkids. Your daughter will have an empty hole in her chest and her heart for the rest of her life because somebody has taken her father away from her.
I'm gonna be doing me some digging.
Would Kyle do it?
Undoubtedly.
When was the last time you and Kyle talked?
I don't even know.
Long time?
Yeah.
Would Rodney do it?
No. Rodney's not the same person.
What's your past history with drugs?
Weed.
Just weed? Even when you were married to Michael?
Mm-hmm.
And the other,
Steve,
what about him? What does he do?
I don't know what he does. I hadn't talked to him and seen him since the last time I went to court on child support with him. And he told me he didn't ever want to see his son again. Because I took him to court child support.
You never heard a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You never heard your husband scream.
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
No, well, that's why I'm sitting here. I'm trying to think. I was asleep. I heard the knock on the door, which was more than just a knock, you know. It was,
Popo bang.
yeah. And I was shaking. I woke up shaking. Like, what, you know, it startled me. I didn't know what the crap was going on.
Because for someone whose husband was just violently murdered, you seem like you have no emotions.
Got a lot going through my mind. I know it's going to hit me. I want to know who did it.
You know, if your daughter finds out you had anything to do with this, she'll hate you for the rest of her life.
I'd never do this to my kids. I'd never do nothing to hurt my kids. This would devastate her.
This will crush her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to get to the shed?
Now I do got a question. Because it sounds like I'm going to have to tell an attorney.
No, they're just looking for a gun. We're checking the backyard, the woods behind the house.
They've been in my house.
No, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're here, so the officer sitting in your driveway, I do know that. But they want to check the locked shed to see if there's a gun in there. She thinks that's it right there.
Thank you.
They're walking behind y'all's houses, they started from that cove area, and they're going through those woods.
Well, I know to go through somebody's personal belongings, there's just a warrant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I am being cooperative.
Oh, I know.
I'm
I mean,
not.
you're being overly cooperative, I understand that.
I know I'm
We're just-
innocent, I didn't do it.
And,
I had
and
nothing to do with it.
I know you've watched TV, so you know that the spouse is normally,
Always the
Okay.
first person to be suspected.
and that's what we're trying to do, eliminate you, okay? And then I'll need to talk to Caitlin and eliminate her. I don't see a problem with that.
A 15-year-old shoot her daddy.
It's
She
happened.
was still sleeping.
It's happened, you
You
know.
know, when I woke her up, I told her.
I know, I'm good night. I told her. You know, it's,
I'd like to know who did it.
it's an unfortunate situation, and now you're working for people you really don't know. Plus, the text messages that you got in your phone can be misleading, especially for a man that may or may not want you. Okay? I hope you understand that. Because you said John's, talked to you about that before, You're kind of like me, you're oblivious to,
I'm super naive
Yeah.
when it comes to things.
so,
John said he was been on there for 16 years about being naive.
but when we dump a cell phone, it dumps the deleted, and I can look at all your deleted and all your current, okay? I want you to understand that. Okay? I'm gonna
I don't
read
know who's done
it all, okay? I'm just trying to be up front and forward with you, okay?
Well, I know who has the nerve to come into the driveway when nobody ever comes to our house. Theo comes to my house a couple times a year, but he's on parole.
Who?
Theo.
That's your stepfather? What's his real name?
CSO.
CSO. That's his real name.
That's his real name. It's on his birth certificate.
And what's his last name?
Norval, Norvell. He was in prison for murder.
You see, these are some things I probably should have known ahead of time. What about your by name father?
Richard, R-I-C-H-A-R-D.
Henry. H.I.
N-M-A-R-D.
Has he ever been locked up?
He's alright.
How old is CSO?
He's in his 50s. He was born in 50, I think. He's old. He's been out of prison for 5 years. He's on parole. The only way he's allowed to cross the state line would be get a piece of paper from his parole officer.
Or do it and nobody know? Have you been saying things to CO like, me and John are fighting, I'm tired of his ass?
Well, me and Theo talk. We work together. We talk, but I don't think any of my problems with John or our fights would cause him to flip.
And it's CSO.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me go pull some records on it real quick, okay?
All right. As you've already seen me, Sergeant Dixon, Major Cox. What we're going to do is call alternate light source, okay? Alternate light source can detect gunshot residue, blood, stains, all that good stuff, okay? So what I'm going to actually have you do is I'm going to have you stand, I'm going to take normal photos of you, strap it down, keep your jacket on. Take normal photos of you first, okay? Just me and you. And then I'm going to have him turn on the light. When he turns on the light, I may have you sit down and put your hands on the desk, things like that. We're gonna turn off the light, but it's gonna be plenty bright enough in there without the light, okay? And then we're gonna take more photos. You understand so far? I know it's a lot. All right. Just put your arms right straight up down, other side. Hold your hands like this.
Hashtag.
That's good. All right, turn them over for me. All right. Now just have a seat. And what we'll first start to do is just put both your hands right there on the desk. That way you're not shaking. You know what I mean? And ready. Yeah, you can't feel the metal on very well. We'll do whatever we come. Light switch. All right, be back in just a minute.
Okay. I'm gonna need somebody to come bring you some clothes, okay? The light that they just used, this is my forensic expert, okay? You have gunshot residue all over you.
How is that?
You fired a weapon.
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, the evidence proves that you did.
And this jacket, I just got out of my closet this morning. I haven't even worn it since November.
Your hands tell the truth. That little test I did on you, where I swabbed the back of your hand, your palm, and that light that he just used on you, you're gonna go to jail.
I haven't seen, well, I've held my gun, but I've not shot a gun.
You don't get residue on you unless you shoot a gun. You have blowback all over you, all over your clothes,
I don't see how that's possible.
all over your pants, all over your hands. Okay?
How is this possible when I've been in the bed all
Let me tell
night?
you, your daughter is fixing to be without a mother. She is fixing to go through graduation,
No.
hating you. She's going to go
I
through getting
swear, I
married.
was in my
You're
bed.
not going
Oh.
to see grandchildren for the rest of your life. Do you understand me?
I'm listening, but I have not been out of my house.
Remember when I
until
told you
y'all
that
woke me up this morning?
I knew by your phone, I can ping the towers in that area?
I've
Why
not been
would you
out
shoot him?
I did not shoot him. I swear I did not shoot my husband. I haven't shot a gun since me and my son went to the gun range.
And how long ago was that?
December. Yeah.
You can either make it easy for yourself, or I can just go ahead and indict you. And once I charge you,
I did not shoot my husband.
The residue that's on your hands would not be there if you hadn't fired a weapon.
I have not fired a weapon.
Okay.
I swear to God, I swear on my child's life, I have not fired a weapon.
You want to tell us what happened this morning?
I was in the bed when the cops woke me up this morning. Yeah.
What happened?
I was
What
in
happened?
the bed when the cops woke me up this morning. Can I use your phone since I can't use mine?
Sit down. Sit
Yes, ma'am.
I swear to you, I've not shot a gun in months. Several months.
Lady, I won't believe you.
No,
Okay?
you don't. You're an
Yeah, I do.
officer. Y'all like to frame us. Innocent people. That's what's happening.
Okay.
I'm being framed for something I didn't do. I went to sleep at 11 o'clock last night. I woke up when the cops were beating on my door this morning. I have a conscience. I couldn't live with myself. I couldn't live with myself to take my child's father away from her. This is all she has with her mom and daddy. We don't have family here. There's nothing that man could do to me in this world to make me want to kill him. If he was tied up in outside our home, I don't know. But I know I didn't do it.
You think he was involved in anything work-related or anything that people that he...
I'm not
Home
going
with?
to put words in his mouth. The man is not here to defend himself. I can't do it to him. I know he liked his pain pills. I know he liked money, and what he did with his money, I don't know. But I cannot be framed for something I didn't do.
How did a gunshot residue get on your hand?
I don't know how. That's way beyond me.
I mean, it can only get there if you fire a weapon.
Well, I understand that. Unless what? It's from work. You know, I do construction work. I use those nails with the hammers to hammer the stuff into the concrete. That's the only other way.
And you have broken things off with Kyle?
Way long. It's been a long time ago.
He lived with you for a little while, didn't he?
Just a short time while me and John were split up. When John came back home, we were making our marriage work. Yeah, this last couple of months, we've had arguments over money. What family don't argue? I didn't know he wanted to leave me over it. I know I work a lot. I have no in-between with me. I'm either all work or none at all.
And you and Kyle broke it off. Let me explain something to you. There's people from your husband's employment here,
Okay.
and they have different stories.
Nobody out there likes me because of the fight me and John had in 2015. I haven't spoken to Kyle since I know this year at all. I can't tell you exactly the last time I spoke to him. But no, I haven't.
Angela, gunshot residue would not be on your hands if you had not picked up a gun and fired it.
I have not shot a gun.
But evidence does not lie.
I have not shot a gun in months. I put that on my daughter's life, and that's my whole life right there.
Well, your daughter's up here.
Okay. I have not shot a gun in months. Months. The last time I shot a gun was with my son at the gun range.
All those pictures we just took, all that gunshot residue is all over you. Your hands are glowing.
I don't know how.
Because you shot a gun.
I haven't shot a gun. God's my witness, I have not shot a gun.
And let me just explain something to you, okay?
Why would I be sitting
You
in
lied to
here?
me about Terry Rutherford.
What about Terry Rutherford?
Terry Rutherford has never had your husband's gun.
That's what my husband told me.
Terry,
I can only tell you what my husband told
well,
me.
I can't get your husband's side
I know.
of it now because he's been shot.
Well, he told me he took the gun to work to Terry. Now that's all I know. I know the gun's not at my house, and I asked him, I was like, well, can you bring your case back so I could put my gun in it? He was like, yes, so he brought the case home. But the gun, he told me he lets Harry have it, or keep it, because he's on probation. And he said, as long as I kept my gun in the car, nothing should be said. So I kept my gun in the car just until the other night. And I brought it in, I laid it on my bed. You have my gun. It's the only gun I've ever shot in my whole life. I've never shot another gun.
Well, I have enough to charge you.
Never shot a gun. Not recently. I swear to you, I'll put that on my daughter's life.
I've been very patient with you, and I've tried to work with you on this.
I'm sitting here telling you the truth.
You
I'm
are
not
not.
lying to you.
You are not telling me the truth.
I am telling you the truth.
Is the gun in your car?
What gun?
Your
You
husband's
got-
gun?
I don't have. He gave it to somebody. He told me Terry. That's all I can go off of.
When you shot your husband this morning,
I
what'd you do
didn't
with
shoot
it?
my husband. I don't have a conscience to shoot somebody.
In the months that followed the investigation, the evidence pieced together a narrative that extended far beyond a simple roadside murder. Detectives uncovered texts, witness accounts, and a timeline of events that suggested the attack was linked directly to someone in John's own home. In March 2019, nearly a year after John Wilty was killed, Angela Wilty was charged with plotting the murder of her husband. Prosecutors argued that she had orchestrated the attack from within her marriage, directing others and facilitating the circumstances that led to his death. Ultimately, Angela accepted a plea deal and was sentenced to 20 years in Mississippi State Prison, with eligibility for parole in September 2041. What began as a routine investigation into a man found gunned down in his driveway evolved into a deeper interrogation about relationships, motives, and how the truth can surface long after the shot was fired.